A man teaches his dog to drive. A scientist gets magnets stuck up his nose. A couple gets caught having sex in public. And don't blow your hairdryer up your nose. What do all these things have in common? They're featured on this episode of Stupid People in the News. What's going on, everybody? It's Mike coming back with Stupid People in the News. I know I've been gone for a long time with Stupid People, moving and all that. It's not as good of an excuse as I would like. It's just it's been tough. It's been tough to get them done. But in the last couple of weeks, Colin and I have been sharing some funny videos and funny pictures from us being stuck at home because of the you-know-what. I'm not going to say what it is. And I decided that maybe Stupid People in the News might be just a little break for people during the day to have a laugh and to forget about what's going on. Now, I'm going to try very hard to steer away from stories about you-know-what. Some of them I just can't help because they qualify as Stupid People in the News stories. But I'm going to try, okay? And if you hear anything in the background or anything like that, I'm shooting in the kitchen. This is our kitchen. And it's really the only place I've got right now. So the audio may not be as good as it normally is. I'm going to try. Did a few tests and everything, so we're going to see, okay? Let's dive right in. So a man teaches his dog how to drive, and he leads police on a 100-mile-per-hour chase, and then, of course, he wrecks. Washington police arrested a driver this past weekend after he led them on a chase that reached speeds of over 100 miles per hour with his dog in his lap. Police said the unidentified man told them he was teaching the pit bull how to drive. He was teaching his pit bull how to drive, but he was steering the 1996 Buick Park Avenue himself. Number one, dude, it's 2020. 1996 Buick Park Avenue. Good cars. Update a little bit. The unidentified 51-year-old allegedly struck two cars in Seattle and was spotted by police about 40 miles north of I-5. After he refused to pull over, police deployed a spike strip to slow him down. Part of this pursuit was captured on a highway traffic camera. Traffic congestion is obviously, it's down a lot in Seattle because of, and apparently this guy thought it would be okay to go on a 100-mile-per-hour car chase with his dog driving the car. He was booked on several charges, including, unsurprisingly, DUI, reckless driving, hit and run, and felony eluding. The moral of this story, folks, if there can be a moral to a story this stupid, is no, originally I thought that, don't let your dog drive. That's not it. Don't be stupid and get behind the wheel and drive 100 miles per hour. Sorry, that's all I got for that one because it is. It's the way that it is. Next story, an astrophysicist gets magnets stuck up his nose. What he was trying to do was create a device that stops people from touching their faces. Because, we're not supposed to be doing that to help stop the spread of you-know-what. So he created a wristband that was supposed to interact with the electrical field around your face, and then he thought that, wait a minute, if there was magnets involved, it could help, and blah, blah. Basically, all he did is he created a bracelet that beeped all the time because it only worked if you actually touched your face. Then it shut it off. A for effort. But the funny thing is, he got 4 neodymium magnets stuck up his nose while he was working on this. He thought that the magnets would help. And he said he got a little bored playing with the magnets. It's the same logic as clipping pegs to your ears. Sticking things up your nose. Notice there's no nostril penetration. Sticking things up your nose and no, not same. I clipped them to my earlobes and then clipped them to my nostril, and things went downhill pretty quickly when I clipped the magnets to my other nostril. He said he placed 2 magnets inside his nostrils and 2 on the outside. When he removed the magnets from the outside of his nose, the 2 inside stuck together. Unfortunately, the researcher then attempted to use his remaining magnets to remove them. At this point, my partner, who works in a hospital, was laughing at me, as we all are. Said I was trying to pull them out, but there's a ridge at the bottom of my nose you can't get past. After struggling for 20 minutes, he decided to Google the problem, because Google, of course, answers all problems, solves all problems, and found an article about an 11-year-old boy who had the same problem. Solution was more magnets to put on the outside to offset the pull from the ones inside. As I was pulling downwards to try to remove the magnets, they clipped onto each other and I lost my grip, and those two magnets ended up in my left nostril while the other one was in my right. At this point, he was out of magnets, and out of humility, and out of shame, and went to the hospital to have the magnets removed from his nose. The moral of this story, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Now, in these days of the you-know-what, we're supposed to be socially distancing ourselves. Didn't stop this couple, however. Paula Garner and James Sanders were arrested on Friday on charges of indecent exposure and drug possession. Big surprise. In the parking lot of the Brookside Police Department. The Alabama couple was taken in jail Friday after authorities said they were caught having sex in the police department parking lot. Qualifies. Brookside Police Department's Communication Center spotted the couple at 3:30 p.m. on the department's security cameras. The pair was in a vehicle parked just outside, so officers didn't have to go far when they responded. After they arrested them, they just walked them right into the jail. The moral of this story, if you're going to have sex outside, do not have it in a police department parking lot. Real quick, I want to take a quick break here to thank the sponsor of today's episode, me. Mike K Tech Voiceover Studios. Head on over to MikeKTechVoiceOverTalent.com for all of your voiceover needs. Nice, huh? Finally, out of our favorite stupid people in the new state, yes, Florida, a Florida commissioner is backpedaling and apologizing after he suggested during a public meeting that breathing in the heat from an air dryer could kill the you-know-what. Now, I know I said I was going to try to stay away from stories like this, but some of them just require. He said during an emergency session on Friday that he saw a video that's been circulating online. Number one, your first mistake, Commissioner, is you saw something online and you believed it. Because everything we see online is true, right? Right. So you hold a blow dryer in front of your face and you inhale with your nose and it kills all the viruses in your nose. That sounds like a simplified way of doing things, but sometimes the cure for some diseases are very simple. True, they are. An administrator from the Florida Department of Public Health in Okeechobee was also present at the emergency meeting and was quick to discredit Culpepper's home remedy. There's just a lot of information on how to cure this disease, and I personally would just leave that to your medical provider. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. If my doctor comes up to me with a blow dryer and starts to stick it up my nose to say he's combating a virus, I'm going to find another doctor. I'm having, does anybody remember this? Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick. That's what that reminds me of. You know, a doctor from The Simpsons saying, just stick a blow dryer up your nose, you'll be fine. Okay. So, what can I say? There's just some things that are just too stupid to think that are true. But yeah, here they are. They're true. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this episode of Stupid People in the News. If you have any stupid people in the news stories that you'd like me to read, send me a link, and I'll be happy to read them to you. I'll give you credit for it. Oh, I did forget to tell you, the Washington story, the story of the guy who taught his dog to drive, or was trying to teach his dog to drive, that's from Cousin Doug. That's from Cousin Doug. So if you have any stupid people in the news stories that you'd like me to read, send them to me. I'll be happy to read them on the air, and I'll let you know, I'll let everybody know that you're the one that gave me the story. Have a great weekend. We'll try to do this every couple of days just to try to alleviate the boredom and make people smile. That's all we're going to do. If you like this video, don't forget to like it. Subscribe to my channel. It really does help. Leave a comment below. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And I will see you the next time somebody is being stupid. Bye-bye.